Have you ever wondered if heaven could speak directly to someone? Not a prophet, not a priest, but a simple, poor girl hidden from the world? This is the story of Saint Faustina Kowalska, the woman who saw the face of divine mercy. She was born in 1905, in a small village in Poland called Głogowicz. Her name was Helena Kowalska, the third of 10 children in a poor farming family. Life was hard, and they barely had enough to eat, but from her earliest years, Helena carried something rare, a quiet, burning love for God. While other children played, she prayed. While others dreamed of riches, she dreamed of the convent. At just 7 years old, she felt a voice whisper deep in her soul, calling her to belong completely to God. But her parents refused. They couldn't afford to lose her help or pay for a dowry. So Helena worked as a servant in wealthy homes, cleaning, cooking, and saving every coin, while her dream lay buried in silence. Then one evening, everything changed. Helena had gone to a dance with her sister. The room was filled with music and laughter, but suddenly the world seemed to fade away. Before her eyes stood Jesus, wounded, sorrowful, his eyes filled with love and pain. He looked at her and said, "How long shall I bear with you? How long will you keep putting me off?" Her heart froze. Without a word, she ran out of the ballroom, into the cold night, tears streaming down her face. She found a church, fell before the tabernacle, and cried out, "Lord, what do you want me to do?" And in that sacred silence, she heard his voice again, "Go to Warsaw. There you will enter a convent." Helena left everything behind that very night. She carried no money, no clothes, only trust. In Warsaw, she went from convent to convent, knocking on doors. One after another, they turned her away. Finally, the Sisters of Our Lady of Mercy received her kindly but said, "We will accept you only if you can pay for your habit." She had nothing. So she prayed, "Jesus, I will not leave until you make a way." The next morning, a kind stranger appeared and handed her enough money to cover everything she needed, then vanished without a trace. Helena knew heaven had answered. She entered the convent and took the name Sister Maria Faustina of the Most Blessed Sacrament. Life in the convent was simple and hidden. She cooked, cleaned, gardened, and prayed. But in the stillness of her soul, heaven began to speak again. One night in 1931, while praying in her cell, she saw a vision that would change the world. Jesus stood before her clothed in white, with 2 great rays of light streaming from his heart, one red and one pale. He said, "Paint an image according to the pattern you see, with the words, 'Jesus, I trust in you.' I desire that this image be venerated throughout the world." The pale ray stands for the water which cleanses souls, the red for the blood which gives life. Faustina trembled and asked, "Lord, who will believe me?" But he replied, "You are the secretary of my mercy. Through you, I will prepare the world for my final coming." From that moment, her mission began. Jesus appeared to her many times, revealing the message of divine mercy, teaching her the chaplet of divine mercy, the hour of mercy at 3 o'clock, and the feast of divine mercy Sunday. He told her, "The greater the sinner, the greater the right he has to my mercy." Sister Faustina wrote everything in her diary, every vision, every word, every promise, which would later become the book Divine Mercy in My Soul. Yet her path was not easy. Many doubted her. Some said she was imagining things. Even within her convent, she faced misunderstanding and loneliness. And as the world turned away, illness began to eat away at her strength. Tuberculosis slowly consumed her body. She grew weaker, but her spirit burned brighter. Every pain, every breath, every tear she offered for sinners, that they might know God's mercy. She said, "Suffering is a great grace. Through suffering, the soul becomes like the Savior." In her final vision, Jesus told her, "You will not live long, but through you I will accomplish great things. My mercy will triumph over the whole world." And so it did. On October 5, 1938, at only 33 years old, the same age as Christ, Sister Faustina Kowalska smiled faintly, whispered a prayer, and surrendered her soul to God. Her earthly mission had ended, but her message had just begun. Decades later, another Polish soul, Pope John Paul II, canonized her as a saint, declaring her the first of the new millennium, the Apostle of Divine Mercy. Today, her image of Jesus with rays of red and white light shining from his heart and the words "Jesus, I trust in you" is known all around the world, in homes, hospitals, and churches. A living reminder that no sin is too great, and no heart is too far gone for the mercy of God. So remember, no soul that has turned to God's mercy has ever been lost. Even when you feel unworthy, even when you've fallen too far, He whispers the same words to you today. Come to me. I am waiting for you. Jesus, I trust in you. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories of faith, hope, and the saints who change the world.